The goal is to grow your bank account, not your ego. I'll share 4 reasons why looking poor leads to bigger rewards. Reason number 1. It frees you from the cycle of permanent dissatisfaction. Think about your own life for a second. Every time you achieve something, whether it's getting a promotion, buying a new car, or moving into a better neighborhood, there's this moment of satisfaction. But almost immediately after, you realize something. Someone else has something better. You're excited about your new car until you see your friend's car is even nicer. Sound familiar? That joy fades, and suddenly you're back to square one, chasing the next upgrade. It's like playing a game where the rules keep changing. And guess what? You'll never win. This feeling is called the hedonic treadmill. It's like being on a treadmill at the gym. No matter how fast you run, you're stuck in the same spot. It's not just a feeling either. It's backed by science. There was a study that looked at how people's happiness actually changes with their income. And what did they find? After a certain point, more money doesn't equal more happiness. Once you have enough to cover your basic needs, food, shelter, healthcare, that extra cash isn't going to make you much happier. We quickly adapt to our new level of wealth, and what once felt exciting becomes normal. Then we crave more. Remember the last time you upgraded your iPhone? At first, it's all exciting, testing out the new features, the faster speed. But how long did that thrill last? A few days? Maybe a week? Soon enough, you're already eyeing the next model. This cycle doesn't just apply to phones, it happens with everything: cars, homes, clothes, and yes, even social status. Social media only makes it worse. A report from Credit Karma revealed that 39% of Brits feel pressured by social media to spend more money to look successful. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt this too. By choosing to look poor, you're essentially stepping off this treadmill. You're saying, I'm not playing this game. And let me tell you, the peace of mind you get from making that decision, it's priceless. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you the ultimate takeaway that will completely shift how you approach your finances and happiness. So, make sure you stick around for that. Reason 2. You gain true freedom of choice. I'll be real with you. When I first started working in corporate, I fell into the keeping up with appearances trap. I was wearing designer clothes, driving a nice car, and always had the latest gadgets. From the outside, I looked like I had it all. But in reality, my bank account told a very different story. I was spending so much of my income just to look successful. I was living the earn money, spend it, and repeat cycle, hoping happiness and freedom would eventually follow. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Fast forward to a few years ago, I made a major lifestyle shift. I stopped spending on luxuries. For almost a year, I spent all my money on education, skills, and my business. No more designer clothes or fancy gadgets. And guess what? That shift changed my life forever. Because of that decision, I was able to build financial security and no longer be chained to a job that doesn't fulfill me. The point here is that by focusing on financial freedom, I was able to regain control of my life. When you're not spending money just to maintain an image, you're free to invest in things that truly matter, like your personal growth and your future. Reason 3. It keeps you out of survival mode. Ever feel like you're just one paycheck away from disaster? A lot of people do. In fact, a study by the American Psychological Association revealed that 72% of Americans feel stressed about money. And in the UK, 62% of adults feel anxious about their finances, with nearly half worrying about money every week. If you're constantly upgrading your lifestyle, getting a new car, a bigger house, the latest gadgets, it's easy to get stuck in survival mode. You start living paycheck to paycheck just to keep up with your new expenses. And here's something you might not think about. Upgrading often leads to a domino effect. For example, upgrading your car doesn't just mean a higher monthly payment. It means higher insurance, more expensive maintenance, and even pricier repairs down the line. Yahoo Finance did a study comparing the cost of maintaining different car brands, and guess what? The entry-level brands like Hyundai and Toyota were almost 3 times cheaper to maintain than luxury brands like BMW and Mercedes. The point is, the more you upgrade, the more you trap yourself in a lifestyle where you can't afford to take risks or even take a break. Marie Kondo's method of decluttering only keeping things that spark joy, doesn't just apply to your home. It can work wonders for your finances too. When you stop chasing material possessions, you clear mental clutter. You create space for clarity both emotionally and financially. Think about it. How many things are you maintaining right now just to keep up an image? How much stress does that add to your life? The fewer things you have, the less pressure you feel, and the more freedom you have to focus on what truly matters. Reason 4. The power of authentic living. Here's a fun stat. A study found that 25% of Americans have pursued a romantic relationship purely for the financial benefits, and over half of those people admitted to misrepresenting their financial situation just to attract a partner. When you base your self-worth on external things, like how much money you have or what car you drive, you risk attracting people who only value you for those things. That's a dangerous game to play. On the flip side, living authentically and not trying to impress others with superficial things leads to deeper, more meaningful relationships. There's an old saying, don't show off the outside of your house, show off the inside. The outside is what strangers see. It's all about appearances. But the inside? That's where your true self lives. That's what your family and close friends see. It's where your genuine values and character shine through. Let me share a quick story. There's this great quote from a novel called The Adolescent that goes, "If I had 100 million, I would nevertheless walk around in old clothes because my knowledge of my wealth would suffice." And that, my friends, is the essence of true wealth. It's not about flaunting it. It's about the inner confidence and security it brings. Many wealthy people understand this. They don't need to show off their money because they know that real wealth is about freedom, not possessions. So, what's the takeaway? Why does looking poor actually lead to bigger rewards? Here's the ultimate goal. Build wealth, not for the sake of showing it off, but for the freedom, peace of mind, and authenticity it brings to your life. You can choose to step off the treadmill of endless consumerism and find a deeper, more fulfilling life. Focus on growing your bank account, not your ego. When you stop trying to impress others and start focusing on what truly matters, that's when the real rewards come. And even when you're doing everything right, it's easy to overlook where your money might be slipping away. Sometimes, the secret to growing your wealth lies in spotting the leaks you don't even realize are there. Check out my next video where I'll break down how you could be losing money without even realizing it and how to fix it step by step. Click now, and I'll see you there.